Hello dear students. Let us see GATE 2010 question asked on SQL. We have been given two tables, passenger and reservation. Every passenger has passenger ID, passenger name and age of the passenger. And in the reservation table, there is passenger ID and class, maybe AC or second class, the class with which that passenger is traveling, and there is TID, which is an ID given for each reservation. Okay, now the sample of these or instances of these two tables have been shown as passenger contains these PIDs with names and ages, and reservation contains these PIDs with class with which they are traveling and also TID. Now, what the question is, what passenger IDs are returned, or which passenger IDs are returned by the following SQL query for the above instance of the tables? And this query has been given. Now, clearly observe this is an example of a nested query again. Okay. But then, interestingly, you observe this that, by the way, all of you know that brackets are solved first, isn't it? So one might wonder or one might think that the inner query will run first and then the outer query will run. But that's not sufficient in this example. You watch that the outer query is referring a table called reservation. Okay. And it is selecting PID from the reservation table. Check the outer query. And this PID, which it has selected from the outer query from the reservation table, is getting used in the inner query. Watch here. Isn't it so? So an entry selected from the outer query is being used in the inner query. If that is the case, then you cannot run the inner query once for all. You cannot run the inner query once and say that inner query is done. What you will have to do is for every entry or for every result given by outer query, for every entry or for every result given by outer query, in this case every PID, isn't it, because the outer query is giving PID from reservation table. For every PID given by the outer query, we have to run the inner query. We will have to run inner query. This is like a nested loop, isn't it? The outer query selects one particular PID, and for that PID we run the inner query completely. Let's see what I mean by this. So the same query I have written here, so that we have the query and the two tables, we can easily understand what's happening. Okay, you see what is the working of this query. Start with the outer query this time, because the outer query is getting referenced in the inner query. Okay, let us select PID from registration where class is AC. Let's do this first of all. So if you start from this reservation table, take the first tuple, take the first tuple of the reservation. So which PID you are selecting, I will write here 0. Why you are selecting this PID? Why you are selecting this? Because the class is AC. So this condition, class is equal to AC, becomes true. But there is another condition written with and exist has been written and followed by the inner query. Let us now see what inner query does. It says select star from passenger where age is 65. So if you actually see this inner query, it is going to run on the entire table of passenger. Please try to understand this. And it will select those rows where age is greater than 65. That means these three rows will be selected. Correct? Are you understanding? Because age must be greater than 65. And passenger.pid, tell me what is passenger.pid every time. If you take this tuple, it is 1. If you take this tuple, it is 2. If you take this tuple, it is 3. We are asking, is that passenger.pid, that is 1, 2, 3, one by one, if you take, are they matching reservation.pid? What was reservation.pid selected by outer query? 0. No, they are not matching, isn't it? That means for this entry of the outer query, for the entry of the outer query, what was the entry? 0. Nothing is selected from the inner query, because you can see that the inner query returns null because the match wasn't found. Where age was greater than 65, yes, age was greater than 65, but then one of these PIDs have to be 0. At least one of these PIDs have to be 0. Correct? Nothing was selected from the inner query, so exist become false. Something should exist in the inner query, isn't it? If something exists in the inner query, only then this PID 0 will be selected. I hope you are understanding. Let's run this particular procedure once again for the second tuple of reservation. Okay, let's see. Continue. Select PID. Here we go. Select PID from reservation. So PID selected is 1 this time, isn't it? But should this be displayed? Should this PID be displayed? This PID should be displayed only if class is AC, and class is AC, true condition. But wait, there is another condition written as, and there should exist some entry in the inner query. But what is the result of the inner query? It says select star from passenger table where age is greater than 65. Okay, so these are all the tuples where age is greater than 65, and there exists a tuple where passenger.pid, not passenger PID is 1 by 1 or 1 2 3, is anything equal to reservation.pid. What was reservation.pid selected by the outer query? 1. Oh yes, there matches one entry over here. That means this PID must be displayed. So one of the results, the question asked is what PIDs, check here what PIDs are returned. One of the results is definitely PID equal to 1 is displayed. Can we simplify it? I always feel, or rather you may also do the same, is that any SQL query given must be constructed in English. This is nothing but English. You see how simple is this? How easy. If you want to avoid all this procedure, which is also easy, following the procedure which I was explaining is also easy, but you can put this as follows. Select PID from registration. Select only those PIDs from registration who travel by AC, correct? Because class equal to AC is given, and age of that people, age of these passenger IDs must be greater than 65, and also there must exist that PID in the passenger table. So if you go through this English sentence, it is very easy to see that from one will be selected from reservation table, because one is such an entry in the reservation where one is found. So this condition passenger.pid equal to reservation.pid is true, and also the person is traveling by AC, and also the age is greater than 65. So simple, isn't it? What's the next entry in reservation? Is this person traveling with AC first of all? No. So no question of going further. This condition class equal to AC, this condition itself is false. Next row. Is this person traveling by AC? Yes. Is this phi? Check the passenger ID. Is this phi found anywhere in passenger table? No. So this condition becomes false. So no question of checking for age. So this entry phi is also not considered. Next entry 1. Is this person traveling by AC? No. So no question about this. Next entry 3. Yes, this person is traveling by AC. 3 is found in the passenger table. So this condition happens to be true. And age is also greater than 65. Watch this. So 3 is also selected. So which two PIDs are selected? 1 and 3. I hope you have understood how the query works. And the answer is 1 comma 3. Answer is C. Thank you very much.